Hello, hello. May peace and blessings be with you. I am here with Dr. Jackie Robinson. She goes by Dr. Jackie OD. It is my pleasure to be hosting this session with Dr. Jackie. We're going to have a pretty fun conversation. We are going to talk about the uh, all the pivots and the detours life throws at us, and how it really puts us on the path that we're meant to be on. So, Jackie, welcome. Thank you for saying yes to having this conversation, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Wow, I grew up in Canada, born and raised there, moved to the US, gosh, halfway through my life, became American. And gosh, what else do you want to know? I am trained as an optometrist. I've been in the eye field well over 30 years. I had two clinics, Billings and Jackson. And I love adventure. I love travel. I love my family. I love designing and creating. What else would you like to know?
I love that you are a multi-passionate human being. I absolutely love our conversations in the mornings. So I actually didn't know that you used to live in Canada and you moved to the US. That's
Mhm.
something new for me, Jackie. I feel like after all this time we've been working together, I'm learning new stuff.
Yes, don't hold it against me. I'm joking. I love being from Canada, but I do love being American now. I feel like, yeah, America everything just feels bigger. But more
Yeah.
importantly, it's where I'm supposed to be right now. So I do love it.
Yeah, truly, truly understand what that's like. Okay, so Jackie, I know that there is a business movement that you're super excited about, but before we go there, before we dive into that, I want you to take us back and talk to me about what was life and work like before this opportunity.
So life and work. So I back all the way up. I think I went to school in Brandon, Manitoba. I took a teaching degree. And then I was going to just travel. And I was working for some eye doctors, and I applied to the only English school there was in the whole country of Canada. And I didn't get in. So I thought God must not want me there. And so I was just going to start traveling. I only had three of the six prerequisites, but I thought I serve a big God. I'll get in if he wants me in. I didn't get in, but I had no peace. So I went ahead and took the other three classes, ended up getting into the University of Waterloo, and that definitely that this is important for the rest of the story because I wanted to be a decorator. I was on the honor roll in high school, but I wanted a career in a year. So I thought it'd just be fun to decorate. So I dropped out of all my sciences, but ended up in optometry school because of a little tugging on my heart. I felt I was working for eye doctors and I really felt like that was what God wanted me to do. And so I had no peace until I did the thing.
Mhm. I really find you that you're very intuitively guided, right? Like even some of the things we talk about, some of the conversations you have, some of the people you meet, it's just so fascinating to me. And I am very much like that too, Jackie. I feel like, the thing that's on my heart, if I don't pursue it, the voice just gets louder and louder. It doesn't really, it doesn't get quieter. It just gets louder until I listen. So now, after all these years and pursuing so many different things, now I'm just like, rather than me trying to dim that voice down, let's just pay attention to it. Let's just listen to it more attentively and more keenly to see what it's trying to tell me. So
So I got full body goosebumps when you were saying that. So if you haven't noticed, I'm like on your call first thing every morning, unless something's really wrong, um, because I love the mindset shifts I'm getting, and I learn something incredible every day. So thank you for who you are, what you're doing, and for the people you're attracting. I
mm,
literally feel like you guys are my tribe. And so I tell you all stuff that I don't tell a lot of other people. So thank you for that space.
yeah, Jackie, it's such a pleasure to have you there. I know that years ago I heard Tony Robbins say something to the effect that um, being yourself, like figuring out who you are, is the hard part. Being yourself is the easiest thing in the world, right? So I feel like I am really just on this path to just come in alignment with who I am, right? And I feel like the more closer I get to that, the better a life becomes, the better the connections are, the better the community is around me. So it's just such a gift.
It's wonderful. I love it. I love growing. And what is the thing? The journey really is the destination. I'm not looking to arrive anywhere. I'm looking to enjoy each day and live it to the fullest because we're never promised a tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. We have Simone from Bereavement and Beyond with us. She's saying, good night, ladies. Good evening, Simone. So excited that you're here with us live. Okay. So
Love Simone. Thank you for jumping on.
Simone is amazing. I love her shares. I love her in action. So wonderful. Okay. Jackie, was there a moment where you realized that something needed to change in your life?
I don't know that that's it because I am one of these people that never get bored. I have a hard time sitting still. So the biggest thing was following my gut, going to optometry school. Just like you said, I did the thing, and we don't always get to see why we do the thing. But when we do get to see, it's mind blowing. And so I was left single parenting 4 kids. Thank the Lord I had a good job because I was able to keep food on the table and keep our lives like they were. Um, More importantly, actually, even right before that, I ended up picking up my stepdaughter's brain tumor by looking in her eyes. It was missed by a medical doctor, and I had taken her into the office just to look at her eyes and make sure everything was okay. And she actually had a tumor, and she was misdiagnosed with cerebral palsy. So at that time, I thought, God, if that's the only reason I went to optometry school, that's good enough for me. So that was a little bit hair raising. But then as I moved along and got in a situation where I was left raising 4 kids and 2 stepkids, I was so thankful. Again, hair raising that I had a wonderful job and a good career. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, yeah, it did. So, fast forward a little bit to this new business opportunity that you're pursuing, right? So when I know that you literally have taken a sharp pivot, a sharp left in life, right? So right before that, did you feel that a change was needed?
No, because I actually, for 7 years, was pursuing a dream that had to do with optometry in the medical field. And I had designs for locations. I had things trademarked, people under NDAs. And I was literally 2 days away from meeting with mentors here in Jackson to go a little bit further with that. And when I compared, so basically the opportunity we're talking about, I found out in December, and I said, I only want this. I have no time for that. I have no time for it. I just wanted wholesale travel because I'd always dreamt of showing my kids the world firsthand. And the prices were insane. So I said, I want that, but I can't do anything else with this. We had 5 businesses total at the time, and I literally was too maxed out. I felt like I had screws falling out of my head. So that was the start of it. And then about a week or two into it, I kind of went, whoa, like this is not just that. This is like something I've dreamt about my whole entire life. I just didn't see it coming. And so then in January, I went to one of their trainings and met with the owner and CEO. And I came back from that. And when I put that next to what I'd been building for 7 years, I made one of the hardest phone calls of my life. And I called the people I was supposed to be working with for mentorship. And I said, this is not what I'm supposed to do in this season.
Mm-hmm.
And so they said, well, keep your application, call us when you're ready. I said, give me 3 years. But I think of how the Bible says man plans his way, but God orders our step. So I was planning my way and I didn't see this coming at all. But after coming back from that January meeting and I put both things side by side, I said to my husband, this other dream needs to wait because I know that I'm supposed to be here right now. Does that answer your question?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, Jackie, I totally feel
Pivot.
you. You know that, yeah. When you hear that voice and it's so strong, like I was saying, you can't turn it off, right? Same thing with me. Like I had a great job. I loved the team that I was working with, but there was this voice in my head that kept saying that, you're meant for more. You're supposed to be doing, you're supposed to be working with lots of people, with lots of different businesses and lots of different things, right? So when I even pursued entrepreneurship, I think my whole family thought I was crazy, but here we are, right? Um, it, I just feel that we're placed on that path that we're meant to be on, and just thinking about this, the courage it must have taken for you to make that decision when you're that close to pursuing a dream that you had been building for years, right? So that is just incredible to me.
It was a incredible opportunity because they don't usually take businesses in the concept form,
Mhm.
and they're just an incredible resource here in the Tetons. And I was very scared to call them
Mhm.
because they had made room for me. But I also, I don't know, you just have to do what you got to do to. I knew I had to make the phone call. I was just scared. That's all.
Mhm. So, Jackie, how did you kind of come across this opportunity? Who introduced you to it? Or, are you open to talking about that? And actually, if you want to just tell us about the opportunity too.
So it was just on Facebook. Somebody that coached my son basketball years and years ago. I had actually competed in bodybuilding for the first time in 2024. Put a post, and some people thought my account was hacked. Like people just the response was like, "What the heck?" So this guy had said, "Congratulations," and I said, "Thank you." And then he said, "Do you kind of keep an open mind at looking at opportunities?" And I said, "I sure do." And so I saw that over a Zoom, and so that's the first thing.
Mhm.
Um, I didn't sign up immediately. Um, but I had to check with my husband and kind of sleep on it. But it wasn't long after because, again, I just thought it was discount travel.
Mhm.
That was the thing I saw. And I didn't need that immediately, but I definitely wanted it, if that makes sense.
Mhm. Yeah. So, what were some key things that sold you on the idea?
Mostly the wholesale travel because with my kids, I say we'd go to St. Nicky's. That was my sister's house in San Diego. So I would fly in with 4 or 7 kids. We'd go to Costco, sleep on her sofa, or I would be traveling around Montana. But when I saw I could go globally, like around the world, I was like, this is part of my dream for these prices. That's what I saw. That's the only thing I saw really.
Okay. And it's interesting. I wanted to ask, like, were you looking for something like that? It doesn't sound like you were, right? Like it just presented itself.
Yes, and I was not looking to spend time anywhere. I was trying to figure out how to get my life streamlined because my Billings clinic was 6 hours from where I live in Jackson.
Mhm.
So there was a lot going on, but also I do keep an open mind. And I knew that I wanted that. And then they said, if you refer 6 people, because I said, I'm not interested in the business, but if you refer 6 people, your membership's free and you have a few bucks, like you get all your money back. And I was like, wait a minute, it was a Thursday. And I honestly didn't want to tell my husband about a monthly fee, as small as it was. So I just was excited. I called people and I said, I'm super excited about something. Do you have 30 minutes to get on a Zoom? And if they said yes, I said, great, I'm going to connect you with my friend, pick a time that works for you.
Mhm.
I was literally so busy. I had patients Monday. I couldn't even get on the Zooms. If somebody said, what is it? I'd just say, I don't know how to describe it. I'll call you back in 2 months. And I was on to the next one.
Mhm.
Um, so I quickly got my 6, got my money back. But more importantly, after that week, because again, I didn't want to tell my husband about the fee. So now I'm profitable. And after a week, I was like, wait a sec. This is crazy. I have 3 world class people working for me. they were high income earners in their other jobs. I'm not doing anything except setting up appointments. I'm working my doctor job. The whole business is on my phone. And before, I'm giving away the thing, but the cost of running this business was $99 a month. I'm like, are you kidding me? My office was 8 to 10 grand a month, plus the stress and the overhead. And I had to drive there. So I started going, well, this is interesting because why would I not keep referring people? Because I'm making money
Hmm.
while they're working for me. So that was kind of what caught me.
Hmm.
Then I started seeing like the bigger picture after that.
Hmm. So, Jackie, it's just so interesting, like your journey, and I'm so glad that you're talking about it because anybody who's watching and listening, or even watching the replay of this, right? If they have questions, if they're curious about it, I'm going to share your Facebook link with them. They can definitely reach out to you to learn more.
Thank you.
But I want to know, like, at what point? So, how long have you been in the program, and at what point you felt that it really can be like a profitable thing? After how long? I know you said like
After a week,
after a week.
because
Okay.
I was going crazy that weekend. I was so desperate to get
Wow.
six. I got way more than six. And
Mhm.
I have done network marketing before. The interesting thing about this, it's membership based. So there's no product, there's no minimums. I've just never had anything work so easy before.
Mhm.
Like it all just flowed. What was your question again? Oh, but also some people get freaked out about network marketing. And so you actually had a great idea, Timmy, because I didn't even, I never logged into my account probably for 3 months. These people were just helping me. So money's going in my bank and I'm just referring people. But what were you just saying?
We were just talking about how quickly did you know that this was going to be profitable? You said like
Well,
within
I
a
was
week.
profitable within a week, but that's where I'm not an idiot. I was like, and in fact, I asked them 3 different times. I'm like, I feel lazy. Like you guys are doing all the work, and I feel like I'm making all the money. And they're like, no. So anyway, that was my aha. Was after a week. I'm leveraging their time.
Mhm.
But what was the other thing? I don't keep losing my train of thought.
So, Jackie, if you want to just describe the program a little bit, I think that will help paint a picture.
Yes.
Interested? Yeah.
So what I'm doing, actually, to your suggestion, Timmy, is I started doing a call every Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 11, because again, I hadn't logged in. I had no idea the value of the membership. We got a quote on our health insurance, and that was saving, gosh, I wanted to say it was over 5,000 a year, but
Wow.
our home and auto was over $500 a month.
Wow.
People are saving a lot on their cell phones. And again, so it's like medical, you've got free telemed, uh, all these things I just started learning about a few months ago. So again, the biggest value is the membership. And so I just keep thinking, how do I get better? It's not a timeshare, there's no contracts, you can cancel at any time, and anything you pay, they pay you back more. So if
Mhm.
you're paying 99 a month, they're giving you 100 to spend on travel.
Mhm.
Um,
That's fascinating.
yeah.
And it's a month-to-month membership, right? Like there's like no long-term contracts and things like that.
No, that's why I'm like, it almost sounds too good to be true.
Mhm.
And so that's why I'm trying to get better. And I also realize the masses are going to move in. There's going to be a wait list eventually for memberships. And I like, yes, it's fun to help people save. We saved over 15,000 last year, and that was just the stuff that I tracked.
Mhm.
Compared, like we compared a washer to Costco, and anyway, there's lots of savings. But even if a person did nothing, got the membership, you get a free getaway every year.
Mhm.
And those are 12, or they're a week long stay. And now people get a getaway when you sign up. And so again, I am trying to get to where I can explain it to people so they can understand that they're losing money by not having a membership. But also because this company is so early, that visionaries like those are the people I'm having the most fun with right now because they're successful and visionaries for a reason. They see things before the masses.
Mhm.
So I'm always going to help everybody. That's just what I do.
Mhm.
But also, it's invite only. That's the other very interesting thing.
Yeah.
Because I should say I invite everybody, but I don't. Because when you get around the community, that is the biggest gift out of any of this is the positive growth minded people that are basically working together to impact the globe. Like that's how big this is.
Mhm.
So
It's wonderful.
I'm working on words to try and explain it.
It'll happen, right? I feel like we start with where we are, with the understanding that we have, and then it expands from there, grows from there. Simone says she attended one of your coffee chats and it was very informative. So I want to acknowledge that. I also want to share your Facebook link because if anybody is intrigued and interested and would like to get on a coffee chat with you, this is a place where you can go and grab that link. And you're meeting every day, right? Like Monday through Friday?
Monday through Friday. And all I'm showing on the coffee chat is the membership and how people can save thousands a year.
Okay.
Because 90% of people just want to be members and save money.
Mhm.
But I'm telling you on this, people that are visionaries
Mhm.
get a hold of me like outside of the coffee chat because I'm not even bringing up network marketing there because you don't have to. It's like Costco.
Mhm.
You can get a Costco membership, you don't have to work for them.
Mhm.
If you're a member, you don't get paid to refer members. But there is so much opportunity for people who are excited to help build the membership base globally. It's
Mhm.
a huge opportunity there.
Mhm. Wonderful. Jackie, for someone listening right now, how would they know if this is something that's a right fit for them?
Grab a cup of coffee, get on 10:30 Mountain, and I'll go. If there's new people on, I'll just go through the membership. There's 5 areas, and then I'll answer questions after that. And if it's people that are already members wanting to get more value out of their membership, I'll start questions right at the beginning or just show you some of the places where I'm finding the biggest value.
Okay, fantastic. I love it. And how has your experience been ever since you have been in it? Like, what have you enjoyed about it and all of that?
My biggest thing is the community because, especially out in the world right now, you all see it. I hate saying black against white or this religion against that religion, and you get in a room of positive, growth minded people, millionaires, billionaires, with people that can hardly afford to get there, all different colors, all different nations. It's like how it's supposed to be.
Mhm.
So, that, like, yes, you can save money all kinds of places, but the savings are great because there's that. The money opportunity here, the income to be first and what's going to be a global massive company, that's what I'm most excited about. But the community, just to be around and uplifted, and it's like people don't care about what you look like or where you're from.
Mhm.
But I feel like the world needs more of that, and they're going to get more of that because we're coming.
Yeah, it's fabulous. Thank you so much for sharing. Jackie, I'm going to roll into our rapid fire round of questions because that's tradition. But before I go there, I know that you have been a part of my One Tech Premium Plus community also. Since we're talking about community, what has your experience been like being in that?
Timmy, I would recommend you all day long and help me get a post. Just like I feel like your whole community that you've attracted would fit beautifully in Viago
Mm.
because negative people are just going to make themselves disappear.
Mhm.
And so, like I said, I love my favorite part is the member or the mindset and the community at the beginning. I feel like I can come as I am, be who I am, but also keep learning. But also, what attracted me to you in the first place was tech. I met you through another lady, and I had tried doing some famous guy's funnels 2 different times. I was paying a huge monthly fee. I couldn't even operate hardly a mouse on the computer, and I just was so frustrated. I quit both times, ended up getting my money back, and just thought that's not for me. But you break it down. So I'm scared lots. So I know when I'm growing, like I know when I'm scared I'm growing, like when I'm doing scary things. So I feel scared a lot with the tech, but you break it down and make it doable. So
Jackie, you're so funny because you say that you're scared, but at the same time, you're the first one to raise your hand that says, show me how to do this. And you're like, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to do this together, and it's just so amazing. And anything that you want to pursue, you ask, you get down to it like so quickly and you get your answers. It's just fascinating. I love working with people like you.
well, and I love what you have, Timmy, because honestly, I still would be trying to figure out what's the definition of a funnel and what is this other thing. Like I'd Google it and I'd try and understand it. And so I love seeing other ladies come on that there is so many people, Timmy, that could benefit from what you're doing. And so I'm happy to help you promote that because I know there's people that are stuck. I was stuck. I gave up on it, honestly, till I came across you.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, tech definitely gets in the way, but what we're building, the community that I have, I am in love with every single person in the community. It's just such a beautiful space. And we definitely are expanding and growing together. All the collaborations that are happening in the community, they're fabulous.
And your VAs, Timmy, when I had my eye care clinic, I wondered about hiring a VA. And the way that you have it set up and how affordable it is, like,
Yeah.
like why would any average American person not want a VA in the Philippines?
Mhm.
There, mine's been wonderful, and so thank you for picking him for me and for getting him all trained. It
Yeah.
was a blessing.
Amazing. Amazing. I just feel so blessed and grateful that even, they say yes to working with us.
But that in itself is a gift. I would connect people with you. I've got a couple actually that are they have their eye on you. They're just getting their finances together, but that would like to get a VA through you.
Yeah. Wonderful. I would love that. Okay. Are you ready for some rapid fire?
Yes.
Okay. Friend, are you an early riser or a night owl?
Early riser all day long.
What has been your favorite place that you have traveled to so far?
I want to say the fives because I went there with all the kids and the husband, the now husband.
Jackie, what's the fives?
It's in Mexico. It was an all inclusive resort.
Okay.
And so my husband and I took 5 of our kids plus one boyfriend who asked us on that trip if he could marry our daughter. So
Aw.
now they're married with a baby.
Oh,
Yeah, it was just, I love traveling with my family. So that was a trip outside of St. Nick's house.
love, love, love it. And what's a place that you dream of going to that
I
you
want to
hope?
go to Italy pretty quick. And I wanted to go to Dubai actually the early part of this year.
Mhm.
I was having FOMO when my friends were there, but now with the war,
Yeah.
I'm going to say Italy because our son is there right now with the school.
Okay.
I've never been, and so that's high on my list right now.
Okay. Wonderful. You get to go to Dubai too soon.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What has been a life changing book that you have read, my friend?
I want to say, gosh, right now I'm reading ADHD in Marriage. So I am late to the diagnosis party. I'm 55. I just got diagnosed in the last year. The signs were there my whole life. So this book right now for me is very interesting because it has to do with ADHD and its effects on marriage.
Wow.
Also, you would be proud of me because I have a whole shelf of parenting books. I have 2 years with my last kids in the house. So I took a picture of the whole shelf last night and I said to G, can you summarize them all and make me one big parenting plan?
Wow.
So if I do read them, but anyway.
Jackie, I also have to say that you are amazing with ChatGPT. You're like a whiz. So yeah, anytime anybody needs help with that, raise your hand, please.
So that is very good for a neurodivergent brain. I realize that because I am shutting loops like nobody's business right now because it's helping me make decisions and it's helping me with planning, prioritizing, and executive function.
Love, love, love it. Love the sound of that so much. Okay, what is something that people will be surprised to learn about you?
I I love art. Haven't spent a lot of time doing it, but I did two steamroller shows, one this year and one last year. Um, I was scared to death last time. So I had a huge MDF board. I'd never done this. And you carve and then you ink it and then a steamroller runs over it.
Oh wow.
And so I remember driving there. It was in Tetonia. I was driving there scared again. Who do you think you are? You're not an artist. You've never sold anything. I literally dreamt the night before that when they ran over it, nothing printed because I didn't carve it deep enough. But it was fine. It was wonderful. I met some amazing people and I went back again.
I love it. You're just so fascinating. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've learned so much about you just through this conversation, Jackie. Thank you. So, a few months ago, we as a family, went to an art battle. I had never heard of such a thing, but we saw a post. We signed up, went. While we're there, turns out they get 12 artists to basically compete in this competition, and
Okay.
11 of them are pre-selected. So you have to, submit your application and all of that. But the 12th one is a wild card that they pick from the audience. I am terrified of art. I think I failed art class in like probably fifth grade or sixth grade or something, right? So I'm terrified of art. But I was like, I am here. I'm just gonna put my name in the hat. So I did. I did not get picked, but I was so proud of myself. I was just like, this is so outside my comfort zone, but I'm just gonna try this, right? And I'm sitting there. I'm like, if I get picked, I kind of have an idea of what I would even create. So it was just so amazing. Like all kinds of new brain cells were formed that day. I did not get picked. The person who did get picked, she was amazing. Like she was a really good artist. I was actually surprised why she was not, one of the ones who submitted an application ahead of time. But I ended up loving the entire process and everything. Our artists from our community, Lindsay, I told her about it too. I was just like, you have to look up one near you because it was a really cool experience all in all. So
I'd like to know about that too if there's something like that here.
yeah, just be so awesome. So thank you for sharing that. Okay. I'm looking over here because I prepared some questions, friend. Okay, Jackie, what brings you peace these days?
Peace. I'm always at peace when I have a cup of coffee and the house is quiet. Everybody's sleeping or I'm home alone and I'm just with my head or a journal. But I went out and sat on my back deck and looked at the mountains, put my feet in the grass, and I thought this is more important right now to get a little peace than to figure out what to say when I got on here.
Yeah, I love it. I feel like, as much as we love our children and their voices and all that, but there's something about, being in a quiet house or just being outside in nature by ourselves. And you have the prettiest view. Your view is just so beautiful. So,
Yeah, I'm blessed. I take pictures every day almost. I live here because it's always different. So that's peaceful.
Jackie, what are you currently working on becoming?
Oh, what am I? That's a great question. I'm working on the digital stuff that you're teaching. I am working on Viago Direct and I believe I will start dancing soon.
Oh, I love it.
That's the next scary thing. Is that
Uh,
your
I was gonna say you got to add singing to that too.
Did I tell you what happened to me?
Uh,
I got told not to sing when I was in second grade, so I lip sang my whole life. So then when I finally took singing lessons at 18 and I was going to sing in front of a small group of people, I started crying. So yes, singing and learning to public speak. So those are three things that
yeah, you have the tech part down because you're amazing with so many things. I can sit here and name so many different programs that you're so great with. Trello, you're great with. ChatGPT, you're great with. One Tech, you're becoming great with. You use a Remarkable, which is a fascinating, beautiful
I
piece of
love it.
tech, right? You want to tell us a little bit about your coloring book that you came up with?
Oh, yes. Where is it? Okay, another thing I'm doing is I'm closing loops like nobody's business. I'm getting rid of like kids' keepsakes, scanning them, moving them to a NAS server, backing the NAS server up on Wasabi. So I'm trying to get all that done. I wish I had my coloring book sitting right here. But anyway, I just designed it because I love coloring.
Mhm.
So I didn't draw the pictures, but I had somebody do them and I printed it and was selling them in my clinic. And actually now I have a free, it's usually $10, but for those of you that watch the video, you can have it for free. Timmy's going to put the link down there.
I love
And I
it.
don't recommend you print the whole thing out at once because there's a lot of pages and it's like things I love. So there's lots of eyes, there's lots of nature. It's just very calming.
Mhm.
I can't believe I put it in the other room.
Yeah.
Um,
Saw that it's really beautifully done. So that's why I just thought of that.
I can go get the hard copy if you want because I had printed on special paper, spiral bound. And if
Mhm.
we have time at the end, I'll go grab it and show you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I think that you did a short video about that, right? Like I can actually link that video below. That way people can see, what it's like, and if they would like,
You're so,
they would like
so smart.
digital download, you're gonna offer that for free. I love it. Okay, Jackie, a small thing in life that makes you really happy.
So many things make me really happy, but sitting in the hot tub, being with my kids, FaceTiming my grandson that's 4 months old, and I haven't seen him since he was born.
He is a cutie pie.
Um, just being outside, being with my husband. I don't watch hardly any TV ever. And he goes, I think there's a movie you'll like. So we started watching The Madison, which is along the river between Bozeman and Ennis. And that's where I would drive coming from Billings. And he was right. Very good movie.
Okay, I'll have to add that to the list. I have not watched it.
It is, I'm hooked.
Okay, very
Also, what was your question?
small thing in life that makes you really happy.
Friends and my community here with you guys. And also, my daughter's on, what is it? Farmer Wants a Wife. So
Mm,
I like watching, I like how you're raising your kids and you get them to do outside the box things. So I like watching my kids take chances and be scared and do things. So one of them is coming out April 21st. That's my birthday. And that's when Farmer Wants a Wife airs. And one of my girls is on that show. So that
I
makes
love
me happy.
I love it. I feel like we're on this journey to just grow collectively, right? So I feel like my kids challenge me and I challenge them right back. So that's how we're doing this parenting thing.
But I like that you get them doing stuff outside of what's in school because
Yeah.
I like teaching kids or giving them experiences to critically think, to see the world,
Yeah,
actual world, not just in a book.
yeah, for sure. Love it. Jackie, I have truly, truly loved our conversation today. Thank you so much for making time for us. I'm going to share your Facebook link one more time. Friends, please connect with Jackie. As you can see how amazing and brilliant and fascinating of a human being Jackie is, you are going to get to learn so many amazing things from her. And if you're interested in the coffee chat with Jackie to find out more about the business opportunity, please connect with her on Facebook as well. Jackie, anything you want to leave us with? Any last words you want to leave us with?
Just thank you, Timmy, for what you're doing for the community you're building, and even for Lead Connector. It still scares me, but it's brilliant. It's I can't imagine my life without it. So again, thank you for having me on here. This was fun.
Yes, the pleasure is all mine. I'll see you soon, Jackie. Thank you so much. Bye. Peace and blessings be with you. Bye, everyone.